Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Country Music Time Machine. Right now, we're kicking off a series, hopefully a series, if you guys like it enough, Whatever Happened To, as we attempt to find out the latest on some country artists that were loved, but for some reason just disappeared from the spotlight. Some of these artists decided on their own to step away from the spotlight of fame, but others, some passed away, and with some of these artists, actually, it's hard to find their location on the planet. Not even with Google Maps. We don't know where they are. Let's kick off things by taking a look at a golden voice in country music. And man, is his voice amazing. From Grit, Virginia, Ricky Van Shelton. You know, there are multiple reasons why some artists just seem to disappear. And one of those reasons I can definitely relate with. I worked in country music radio from 1982 until 2002. While I love my work, and I love the music, of course, the stress of working 7 days a week, always in front of a microphone, dealing with super big egos for low pay, can be incredibly stressful. And with Ricky Van Shelton, I think the biggest reason for his disappearance is because of the stress of living a lifestyle continuously in the spotlight, and to be totally honest, a big reason is the craziness of the industry itself. And Ricky wanted to control his own destiny in country music, and in Nashville, where multiple people want a piece of your fame, that may not work. He often spoke out about the craziness of the music industry, including how the radio industry's use of consultants was ruining the music. I agree with you on that one, Ricky. Country music radio, consultants that love Pink Floyd and AC/DC often have zero knowledge of what real country music even is. But when you speak out against the industry, they hate it and will make your life difficult. Ricky had several hit songs, as we know, but his career was in decline just before auto-tune was invented. Is that a coincidence? Who needs a great voice like Ricky Van Shelton when you can create one using computers or software? And like many country artists I have worked with, there is often a struggle with drugs, booze, and infidelity. His wife Betty wrote a book called She Stays: How God Inspired a Friendship That Saved Betty and Ricky Van Shelton's Marriage. You can find this book on Amazon. Ricky battled alcohol addiction, but said he found God and he became sober. He was kicked out of the Grand Ole Opry in 1993 for refusing to sing a song that was not in his key. But according to the Opry website, he is still a member, so I guess he was just kicked out for that show only. His last Opry performance was in 2004. He officially retired in 2006. If you attempt to visit the rickyvanshelton.com website that is linked on the Opry page, it leads to a website called amomama.com. And as a fellow who knows how to speak Spanish, that site has nothing to do with Ricky Van Shelton. This is the latest photo I could find of Ricky. The photo here is Ricky with stock car racer Slick Owens. I could not determine the date of the photo, but Slick Owens died in 2021, so who knows when it was actually taken. The last info I got on Ricky was that he was living somewhere in his home state of Virginia. You'll probably have more luck finding Bigfoot and a UFO than you will finding Ricky Van Shelton. Wherever you are, Ricky, and if you are tuned into YouTube, we do miss you, my brother. And we miss your great country voice, and we hope life is treating you well. Next up on the list is a fellow that I have a personal connection with, and I love his music, the incredible Hal Ketchum. Some of you may not remember the name Hal Ketchum, but I am sure you remember the song Small Town Saturday Night. Like Ricky Van Shelton, Hal Ketchum's success came mainly in the early 90s. He had 6 top 10 country hits, but after that, Hal got much less radio airplay. He also dabbled a little in being an actor, and he was in the 1994 Mel Gibson movie called Maverick, where he appeared just a few seconds as a bank robber.
Okay, let's go to see.
Unlike Ricky Van Shelton, Hal did not retire young. He kept making music, but decided to only record stuff that he loved to record, and he continued performing on stage. In 2008, he started having some health problems that were so bad that he had to relearn how to walk and play his guitar. But Hal was a fighter. Yeah, he was like a little Superman. He eventually got back into making music and performing. What is my personal connection with Hal? Well, in 1990, I was young and stupid and wanted to get married. Me and my girlfriend at the time wanted to get married on Christmas Day. Hal helped me find someone that would perform the ceremony, and I was married on Christmas Day. That marriage did not last, and it was not Hal's fault. Sadly, Hal Ketchum left us in 2020 after his wife, Andrea, announced on Facebook that Hal had passed away due to complications of dementia. He was only 67. We miss you, Hal Ketchum, and thanks for your friendship and leaving us with some great music. And finally, we round out this episode of Whatever Happened To with the legendary group, the Bellamy Brothers. If you were around in the 70s and 80s, I'm sure you remember Howard and David Bellamy, born and bred in the great state of Florida. The Bellamy Brothers landed their first hit in 1976 with Let Your Love Flow. I know you remember that one. While that song was a country and a pop hit, their next country hit did not come until 1979, when they went to number one with the best pickup line of all time. If I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? I've used that a few times, and it has not worked for me. Some folks say that a lot of great country artists went away in the 1990s. Most did not go away at all, but country music changed a lot after the 1990s. And a lot of these artists were just not played anymore. And the Bellamy Brothers did not go away at all. Whatever happened to the Bellamy Brothers? Absolutely nothing. They might be in their twilight years, but they are still going strong. Their website lists multiple tour dates, and if you still want to hear great country music, you should go to a Bellamy Brothers concert. That's all we have for Whatever Happened To for now. What do you think? If you have a missing country artist that you would love to see featured on the Country Music Time Machine, just pop it in down the comments below. So until next time, this is Kevin. Let's keep it country, right here on the Country Music Time Machine.